Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. We are in the building. Dr. John's Imperial with the big freeze in the
you
building.
already know.
That's right.
Check
How's it
out
going? How's it
100,
going?
baby.
How's it going, man? It's November 1st. You know that, man? It's cracking by, freeze.
Damn right. We almost to the end of this bid.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
and so far so
Yeah,
good.
I gotta take my hat off for a second, man. Rest in peace,
How,
Quavo. Rest in peace, Quavo.
you
I
mean
mean, take off,
hey,
take off, take off, take off. Oh man, I've been I've been talking
mm,
about Quavo the whole day. I'm
I've
yeah.
been smoking.
Rest in peace, take
No,
off, man.
right,
Yeah,
right, right.
yeah. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
definitely bad.
So
Of course, you heard about it up there in the D, right? You heard about
yeah, you already
it.
know. You know I
Everybody
heard
talking
about
about
it.
that. Okay. Yeah. What did
So
you hear? Because I heard some things. I want to know what you heard.
so this is the story I heard. From what I hear, they was playing a dice game. They was at a Jay Prince Jr. event. You know, it was supposed to be a bowling party event, things like that. And so the story I hear is Quavo was playing another guy that's probably not mob ties or whatever in a game of dice.
Uh huh.
Quavo was losing. He was 7,000 in the hole. He was talking a lot of trash. Shit got a little bit out of control. One of the guys that was with the Migos allegedly was shooting kind of wild. And one of the bullets hit Takeoff. And then I hear one of the mob ties guys was allegedly shooting, and one of those bullets hit Takeoff. And that's what took him out of here. So that's the story that I'm hearing right now. So now it's like now Quavo gonna have to really think this shit gonna be on his head. If this story is true, this gonna be on his head. He lost his uncle. Uh, uh, I believe that was his uncle. Takeoff to something that he started. He was in. So yeah, that's what I'm hearing on
Allegedly.
my side. Allegedly,
Yeah.
that's what I'm hearing on my side. What you hearing?
Yeah. I'm hearing somewhat the same thing. Only thing different is I'm hearing that Takeoff. You know, of course he wasn't playing. He was just in the background the whole night. They said. But
Right.
they were saying that it didn't even have nothing to do with the dice game because they was already done with that. They was talking about something earlier because I guess earlier that night they had a little situation like 9 in the morning. I mean 9 at night, and the incident happened a little bit before 2 a.m. You
Right.
know what I mean? So it was probably some tension from something that happened earlier. And I don't know. My take on the freeze. I'm gonna keep it real. I think, man, once you in that $1 million bracket, you got to move a certain way. You know what I mean? You could do the same things, but you got to do it on your terms. You know what I mean? And bring the party to you, like I keep saying, man, because it only take one hater or one person that you got on your team shooting wildly. You know what I mean? Look, I got a cut on my arm. Yeah, you can see that razor cut.
Yeah.
Okay, that was from Rikers Island for one of my peoples. Okay, we got in what they would call a gang fight. Okay, my man swinging wildly caught my ass with a fucking razor. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right.
It's the same thing. You know what I mean? When things get crazy, I've noticed, and I've been in shootout for firearms. A person will
Right.
run and
Exactly.
shoot. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Not
So
even
so
looking at where they should running, shooting backwards.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, just run. You know what I mean? And it looked from the little footage I saw. I saw some footage that TMZ had where they actually had them arguing before the actual shooting, and you just see
Right.
people
Exactly.
run. So
Mm,
it,
I,
it looked just like that, man. It looked just like that. And a lot of people that they're not in training like that. The actual, if you got 10 people with firearms, shit, two or four of them might have training, and that's somewhat minimal.
I,
Yeah. So you got to remember, and that's something like riding a bike. You got to keep on it.
yeah, man. I
You got to
feel you.
keep on it.
Look. At the end of the day, man, like you said, you got to move different when you when your bread is up like that. First,
Oh yeah, man.
listen, this thing, yeah, we gotta get out of that hood mentality. Real talk. Look, when you at an event like that, Jay Prince, everybody coming out, all the big ballers, the celebrities and the streets.
Yeah.
Clyde, you know what I'm saying? So, and we ain't talking about no little dudes. We talking about big weight guys. So that's a lot of egos. A lot of street cred on the line, all that shit. So when you in those circles, you got to move different or the consequences can happen. And see, the thing is, like you say, they say Takeoff was a quiet dude, laid back. He wasn't into none of that shit. He was just chilling. But when it broke out, he stood up and or whatever, and allegedly, started walking towards it. But it all, he caught them shots. And I feel it's sad that people are putting his body online. Come on, that's
Oh yeah,
disrespectful to the family.
yeah, totally disrespectful, man. You don't never see that with other races, man. I can't get it, man. I can't get it. That'd be the last thing I'd be thinking, seeing somebody, get their head. Then not to mention, I seen the video with Hassan Campbell, man. If you ever see this Hassan Campbell, man, you a piece of crap, man. All the trauma you've been through, and you be talking, oh, hit him in the headshot, like, come on, man. That's that man.
These niggas
That
clowns.
that's
These
a
niggas
straight
clowns.
goofy, straight goofy. And I was in prison. I was in prison with that dude. Okay, in 9-2. You was not on no gangster time.
Right.
at all. Fuck that.
Niggas out
Wait
here
a minute.
clown trying to get that clout.
That's sad though, man. We do it to our own, man. We do it to our own. Do it
Hey,
to our own, man. I really hope hope they get to the bottom of this. Like you said before. Yeah, they all gonna have some trauma from it, man. Yeah, Quavo definitely gonna have a part that he's gonna feel responsible regardless. And I don't think he's responsible at all. I mean, these are just
right.
situations that happen. Of course, I'm gonna keep it funky. They shouldn't have been out there like that. What I mean? They just dropped. In fact, they just dropped the single that day, Freeze. They
Yeah,
just
I
dropped the
heard.
video. Yeah, they
Yeah,
just dropped that messy song. So
right.
you got to get on your grind because and that's what I try to tell my artists, man. It's time. What I mean? We catch them deals. That ain't time to party. It's time to get on. Now of course, they're a seasoned group. So they one of the biggest groups out in hip hop, I would say.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
definitely.
Who can mess with the Migos? I mean, the past 10 years, they've been doing it. So
Right.
it's just sad, man. And then on a race level, I mean, talking about races, I hate to see that. I mean, like us black people, man, we doing it to ourselves.
Man, hey,
We
now
doing it to
I
ourselves.
mean, that may be true, but every race is really doing it. It's just we get all the coverage. Look, listen. That's
Let me cut you off on this one because you
uh,
sounding real crazy. When's the last time you seen country artists killing themselves in that fashion? When's the last time you seen heavy metal artists? Last time I heard a heavy metal thing like that, a dude ran up in the club and shot the dude because he was banging his wife.
you said on level, not an industry level, race level. See this thing. All
No,
these,
no, but
yeah, all these.
whatever genres of music is getting down like that.
Oh,
No
yeah,
other.
talking about music, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And what is hip hop primarily? That's a black music.
Allegedly,
I
I, I don't know. They trying.
want anybody to come up here. Oh yeah, we could talk about that all day. Yeah, I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx. It's
They
a black music. Yeah, you had a couple Latinos up in there, but this a black music. Okay, I
right.
did. Anybody come on this platform, we could go tap for tap on that one.
I don't know. They trying to say the Puerto Ricans, started it or helped started it, or the Jamaicans started it and shit like that.
Freeze, let me tell you something, okay, Freeze? I ain't that motherfucker young. Okay, when I came up, my first DJ was Puerto Rican. Shout out DJ Stir. He just passed away this year, man. Okay, Puerto Rican, lived 3 blocks. Matter of fact, he's from Camp Low's hood.
Oh,
Okay, live right down the street from Camp Low. Okay,
so,
DJ
so
Stir, no, a known DJ. Okay, he gave Kid Capri a run for his fucking money. Anybody ever see Kid Capri asking about DJ Stir? Anyway, that was my DJ. Okay, his mama. Okay, when I was to come over there, he threw a party in my house. Okay, the first time your moms leave you alone, Freeze.
mm,
Okay, we had my motherfucking floor shaking up in the Bronx.
hey, so
But no, I get back to that. What I'm trying to say, he's Puerto Rican, and the slack that he would get, and I'm talking about was 88, 88, 89, right before 1990. Okay, the slack that he was getting. So I could imagine being a Latino doing hip hop back in the early 80s or the late 70s when it really started. You was called a nigga lover. Yeah, because it was a primary black thing. Like I said, even black with the start of hip hop, and not to get off too much, with the start of hip hop, Freeze, even black dudes was getting it. Why? Because you went to parties and they was jumping on the floor, breakdancing. That wasn't known. You know what I mean? So they was like, man, don't be throwing them parties having that. Talk to the DJs. If they would tell the truth, they'll tell you that.
so
All
you
them old school guys,
so you saying we created culture, and you saying that we
wholeheartedly.
we were the trendsetters.
No, we started, bro, and I dare any Latino to get on here. Okay, Latinos was laughing at Latinos back in the days. They was dressing funny as hell and everything. Yeah, talk to anybody 60 plus from New York, and they'll tell you the real deal.
From what I recall, back in them days, people used to call it nigga music.
No, yeah, you remember Sanford and Son? Remember that Puerto
Yeah,
Rican guy that used to be on Sanford and Son? How they used
yeah,
to gig on him? How he used to dress?
yeah.
That was the sentiment. Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like I said, let me get my bank right, man. I'm coming up to New York to do the real documentary. In fact, I'm trying to get in touch with Tariq Nasheed right now because I heard he's trying to do one. So I would like to help him out to get in touch with the right people, man. And that's why it's fact talking about it. I'm kind of shocked that damn, what's his name? The old school guy that was that Kaz. Okay, now Kaz at first, you know what I mean, he was telling the truth. But then I get it, you know, because these guys are talking about messing up their bag because a lot of those old school artists freeze, they go overseas. They get their money overseas. A lot of those old school rappers, you know what I mean?
Right.
They get their big bag from doing shows overseas, so they don't want to rock the boat. So that's why they're saying, you know, oh yes, everybody had a hand in it. No, no, no.
Now, see,
If
see,
because
you know,
if that was the case,
listen, I don't.
one more thing. If that was the case,
All right, go ahead.
then you should give the props also to the white people because punk rock was the first clubs that was allowing hip hop when it. Remember you seen the movies where they stole parties in the buildings and everything in
Mhm.
apartments. You know what I mean? Abandoned apartments and all that. Then the first clubs that allowed hip hop to play was the Roxy. Okay, these were clubs that played rock music. You know what I'm saying? And they let them play hip hop. So it was a rock slash hip hop show. That's why you see a lot of those old school rappers. They would dress like punk rockers, right?
Well, yeah, yeah, you're right. You talking the Furious Five and all
No,
them?
oh yeah, you look at
Yeah,
them. They
yeah,
had the
yeah,
fucking
yeah. You're right. That's
the leather
true.
shit on with the tight ass.
That's a true fact. But you know what? It's this time, right? Motherfuckers always worrying about that bag. All right, you gonna get the bag because you're a classic. Man, fuck all that other shit. We started this shit. We broke this shit. This is our shit. Anybody else is a guest in this industry, in this sector. Flat out. That's what it is.
No, yeah, that's what it is. But you got to
Yeah,
remember, man. You got to remember, people. And then the sad part is, it always gets done like that. Like
right,
you
right.
look at jazz music, which is black form music, and you look at it now, you think, you know what I mean, that's white music. Just like
Look
a
at
lot of
rock.
these new
Look at
rappers, they look at a lot of these white rappers and they say, oh no, hip hop everybody started it. Nah.
right. See, yeah, because we don't want to be blurring these lines. Just like, hey, like right now they blurring the lines between what's a male and a female and all that shit. No, we ain't gonna blur these lines on this hip hop shit. We started this shit. We transcended this shit. We put it down for years, even when it was called nigga music. Even when people like Two Live Crew had to go to the Supreme Court and fight against this, we had to go through when Robert Dole and whoever else was trying to censor hip hop and all that stuff.
Dolores Tucker.
Yeah, Dolores Tucker, all that. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, some things you no fuck that. We ain't doing that.
Now, how do you feel about what Ye was talking about? Because I was thinking the other day, right? I was doing, some little thinking, and I was thinking about what Ye was speaking about, and I was thinking about the time frame when hip hop changed. I think we talked about this before. I was telling you, I want to say 92, 92, 93. If you really look at hip hop, it changed from Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul. Next thing you know, it went into, it went to a dark place. You know what I mean? Wu Tang came out. You know what I mean? Biggie Smalls. Then it just, you know what I mean? All of these you had what was that? A lot of groups.
But
Snoop Dogg,
you got to remember,
Cypress Hill. You had a lot,
right,
lot of cursing and music and stuff
right.
like that.
But you got to remember, you skipped over the NWA era, 89, not.
Oh no, NWA was 91, 92, but they caught on a little earlier. But I'm saying when they really started pushing through the industry, and most likely, yeah, that probably would have been they probably looked at their record sales because I think they probably pushed like 2 million when they first came out, NWA. So people probably looked at their record sales and were like, okay. Not to mention, one of the members from Bone Thugs and Harmony was saying how he overheard that they made a deal with the prisons, talking about we gonna change the music and everything,
Right.
and it
Yeah.
coincides with what happened. And look at rap now compared to before, where it started out educational, and now to the point where it's I
Right.
call it killer rap.
Right. See, the thing is that meeting was talking about is when it comes to them people, and they met. It was
Talking about the Juice Crew,
allegedly,
the Juice Crew.
huh?
They called the Juice Crew.
Okay, damn, the Juice Crew.
The Juice
And
Crew.
that the head of the record label execs, and then they had it was a new industry that was coming into play, which was the private prison industry. They met up together, had this meeting. One of the guys ended up walking out, because he thought he was just outraged about what he heard in this meeting. And basically, what the meeting was about was pushing this type of agenda, the gangster rap, the dope, all this stuff into the music industry. Because once you push that on the community, the target community, then they'll be glorifying this lifestyle, which wound up happening, and the prison started filling up. And these private prisons have agreed contracts with the states where these private prisons must be filled at a certain percentage at all times, or that private prison can sue the states. So yeah, so then that's when you seen the Wu Tang, then the West Coast, all the West Coast gang banging, then moved
What was
down.
that group? What was that group RZA had? They remember they was they did that horrorcore. Remember it was a group like one of those side groups he had. It was,
I, I don't know.
oh man. Anyway, yeah, they was doing that. They was doing that heavy metal. I call it that rock rap.
Yeah, they call it acid rap, like
Yeah, because
and all, yeah.
if you think back, they was trying to take out rap. It was a couple of times, man. Hip house, okay, in the early '90s, you had hip house where house music they would mix it with rap. So a lot of those rappers, if you look at the early '90s, like Queen Latifah, I think even MC Light, they dropped an album and had at least one or two hip house tracks on it. Yeah, it was trying to ease up and shit. I know in the clubs in the early '90s, shit, you go to a club. I remember seeing El Cool J in the Palladium. That was this club right in Manhattan, and he was dancing to house music. That shit was kind of crazy.
Hey, hey, I still mess with the house music to that day. That's Detroit culture over here.
Oh no, I ain't got nothing wrong with house, but I seen how what I mean in New York. Oh yeah, they wasn't playing no shit. You if you want to hear some hip hop, you was hearing it either on the radio. Okay, they had a club once in the blue, like they might do one like the World, but that wasn't like a weekly type of thing, And the first club that really was playing hip hop, other than like the Latin quarters and all that when hip hop first started in like '87, but I was too young for that. Was I would say was the Tunnel. You know what I mean? I used to go to the Tunnel when that shit was house music. They played a couple of rap records, but the Tunnel
Right.
wound up becoming the hip hop club. If you was in New York, matter of fact, you can look it up online. Look up on YouTube. Push Tunnel on Funkmaster Flex. Oh yeah, that was the spot.
Yeah. That's one of the meccas. One of the landmarks of hip hop. That's for sure. That's noted, documented, all that.
You heard about the Tunnel? You heard about the Tunnel Freeze?
I mean, anybody that's in hip hop, around our generation know about the tunnel.
Shit, no, I talked to a lot of people. They're like, huh? Like, man, that was the spot. But the Tunnel
But
got so crazy, man. You couldn't even go in there with a pinky ring, bro. They was robbing dudes, bro.
right,
The bouncers were robbed. You start some bullshit up in the Tunnel, you leave out that motherfucker shirt all ripped, no wallet, take your watch.
right. I
They
dig
was
it.
known for that.
I dig it. But as far as what Ye doing, man, I back him. I back him on what he doing. I'm gonna see. So far, I'm gonna see where he's going with it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I tell people all the time. Don't always look at the messenger. Listen to the message. The message is 100% accurate and on point. You dig? So
Oh
hey,
yeah.
see what he
Yeah,
do.
we got Kanye West back, man. He had one in sight. I want everybody to know, man. I heard a couple of responses, thinking we ain't got his back. We definitely got his back. We just don't like the hurt, because
Right.
two wrongs don't make a right. It's a way to it's a way to convey things. So that was my only problem with that. But yeah, he's definitely I really feel bad, that people didn't support him the way they should. And the people I'm talking about. Yeah, he's supposed to get a lot more support, don't you think, Freeze?
Hey, yeah. Yeah, you do. I see, Uh, um, I see a lot of in the beginning, some people it was a 50-50, maybe 60-40. But now that people really, all this footage coming out from all his interviews and stuff like that, you
Uh-huh.
know, starting to look like, yeah, he's waking a lot of people up now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that he's doing. Yeah, that he's doing.
And
You can't front on that.
so now you see Kyrie Irving, they his head now. Because he said the same thing. But I like to see a black conglomerate come together, move in unity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really want to see. So hopefully this could be the starting point of something like that.
Yep.
Whether you have Ye and Cube,
God, don't even say
hold on,
Q.
hold on, hold on. I know, hey, reconciliation can always happen, but what I'm saying is this: Ye, Cube, Common, the Nation, dang on the Moors, the Israelites, Boyce Watkins, all types of black businessmen. Sit down in a room,
Uh-huh.
come up with a strategy. You know, I mean, shit. Who else? You got what's all the top guys. They could come together, build a strategy, open up factories here in the hood, open up stores here in the hood, open up, provide opportunities for our people, and keep building and growing off of that because we need to have some type of foundation. It got to start somewhere.
Well, he got with Boyce Watkins. Have you heard that? Him
Yeah,
and Boyce
I was
Watkins
watching it today.
done got up together. I heard a little interview they was doing. I think Boyce Watkins would be definitely a better fit than Antonio. Was it Antonio Brown?
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree with that too, to a certain extent. Antonio Brown, he is a little wild at times, but at the same time, shit, they all got bread. They come together, they can make some things happen.
Oh yeah, yeah. You right.
Yeah.
You right about that. You right about that. What's up,
Oh,
Brooklyn? Brooklyn in the
oh,
building.
what
Brooklyn
up?
in the
What
building.
up?
What's
What
going
up?
down?
Good shit. How
Damn,
y'all
Yeah,
doing?
your punishment. They let you on punishment. Oh shit! U.S. breaks in the house. In
yeah.
the
Good
house.
shit.
What you do, fam?
All right.
Yeah.
How's everybody?
You
Ah,
all right,
good,
man? What's
good.
going down with you, man?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you out of work?
Gotta pay them bills. It's high over here.
Pay
Mad
them bills,
shit rates
nigga.
though.
Stop front. You was trust fund kid, nigga. Don't front.
Nah, that's some
they
shit.
told me you get like 6,700 a month, like 57.
Hey, hey, break. Hey, US breaks. Check this out. So I got that maca tea, right? That you was
Uh,
talking about. I gave my uncle, gave one to my uncle, right? His friend wound up getting one from him. They was telling me the story this weekend, and he was like, "Man, what the hell is in that tea?" He was like, "Man, I drunk that shit. My shit was like, oh, just
What
for
kind of
no
tea
reason.
is this?
Oh, it's called
maca,
maca tea.
Maca tea?
Yeah,
maca, MACA. It's
yeah.
good for a man and a woman.
I know it's for a woman
I'm
too.
good. I eat some octopus. I'm good. Octopus. Octopus got me like ecstasy, nigga.
Oh
I'll be 3 in the morning. What's up, boo boo? Let's go to Denny's.
man. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So
I
that
Shit
I,
that,
rate.
I
maca,
just
that
had to
maca
throw
tea
that
have you creeping, huh?
I had to throw that out there because yeah, when he was telling me that story,
How you
I
spell
was
it for the viewers?
I,
Makka.
MACA.
Oh, Maca. Maca. Okay, maca. Okay.
yeah. So right now we talking about go ahead and fill them in, John.
We talking about big booty girls from the project versus big booty girls from the suburb. Now I'm no, we talking about what's going on, man, with Ye and the whole situation. Have you heard about the death? One of the Migos members, they got murdered
Yeah,
out in Texas.
yeah.
Yeah, Takeoff. Yeah,
Mhm.
and we're hearing, there's a bunch of reports. We're hearing that it's friendly fire. Some people are saying that there was two different crews shooting at each other. Yeah, it's just a clusterfuck, man.
And
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
I,
and that
I hate to see it.
pretty much takeoff was just caught in a crossfire. And that actually, man, real talk,
Mhm.
that just happened to my nephew last night. He
What?
he got grazed in the face. He was at a park last night down in Florida,
With a
and
knife or?
No. It was a shootout in the
With
middle.
a bullet?
Yeah, he got grazed, and then the person he was with, wind up, they got killed. You know, they it had
Lifeless.
yeah, it had nothing to do with them. It was
Mm.
they was just caught in the crossfire.
You know
That's it.
what's funny though? The guns, where they coming from, that everybody could get their hands on them.
Right. I,
Come on,
Where
you
they
already know
coming?
where they coming from.
I,
Okay, how you gonna
Where
stop
they
this
been
shit?
coming
Bro?
from since since the 80s,
This is
The price
bananas,
the
bro.
price is getting lower and lower, man. I'm like, damn, I can get that for thousands? What? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
You
crazy.
you get a nice artillery for 250.
yeah, this
250.
time to start moving out to areas like shoot where it's a little bit more lax. These cities right now is too high active right now.
Yeah.
Why you think I'm where I'm at? I've been seeing that curve.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I love New York to death, but shit, New York don't love me.
Mm-mm. It's too
It's
hectic
just
out
too
here.
many. It's too many chances, you know what I mean? And yeah, a person like me, I know myself. So yeah, just to
There's a lot
to,
of crazy people out here that'll start. There's a lot of people getting pushed in the tracks, stabbed, people talking
yeah.
shit. Mental illness has gone crazy. There's people now in Kingsbridge, bro, sleeping in the street in Kingsbridge.
Mm.
The
On
dope addicts,
Kingsbridge.
yeah, Kingsbridge, yeah. You know when you walk in that corner and you're going down and you see the you're right next to the underpass and you see in the distance the 4 train.
Okay, you talking about by Jerome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but further up, like right soon as you turn off the Grand Concourse in the Bronx, people are sleeping in the street now, and it's a big dope addict somewhere. There's somebody selling dope that there's a lot of dope
So
fiends coming
St.
in.
James got to be towed up now. I could imagine
Probably, I'm
that's
not
St. James.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out the Bronx, man. Damn, they got to fix that up. Yeah, we got to come fix that up. Yeah, New York's always gonna be home base, man. But they definitely so all over needs to get revamped, man. Needs to get revamped, and that's why getting back to Kanye West, man. I'm kind of glad he did what he did because it's gonna open up people's eyes up. You know what I mean, and get things right. Finally, and hopefully people get off the whole racial thing that people are on. Because believe it or not, what I've seen in the past 20 years is a big racial divide between color people. You know what I mean? Whether it be Dominicans, Haitians, blacks, Caribbeans, you know what I mean? And because we're all lumped in the same boat at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like Free said before,
Right,
when the police pull your ass over, they not saying, "Hey, are you from Trinidad? Are you from New York?"
right,
You know what I mean? They just looking at what they see. You know,
Mhm.
and
right, right.
we got to start doing the same thing. And I'm not saying they got to be a big kumbaya, but respect, respect,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely.
because
You respect me, I respect you. That's how I do on my end.
yeah.
Like, anyway,
Man,
you know.
respect me, I respect you. And let's grow together. You know what I mean? Because at
Right,
the end of the day, we ain't nobody looking out for us. And this goes for everybody out there listening, even you Latinos out there that think your ass is white. Okay, and this ain't nothing getting on white people or nothing like that. But I know the code. I know the code. Remember, I am half white. My mama's white. Okay? All
right.
right? I got 4 white baby mamas, so I can talk like I told the fucking judge. I can talk some white stuff. I'm white, Your Honor.
Mm-mm-mm.
Exactly. Like my white grandmama taught me, Freeze. Okay? You could be white or you could be black. So I ran with that shit. let me tell you something. You want to hear something crazy? Okay. I just filled out some important paperwork, right?
Right.
The dude was like, "What color are you?" I said, "White."
Hey,
I've been I've been doing that shit since the '80s. Fuck
listen.
that.
Let
Yeah.
me tell you something. Tell you something. I seen this thing a couple years ago. Right, it became kind of a big issue where a lot of people that's like it was a this guy. He was from India. He had dark skin and he could he you look like my uncle when he was little on that picture. But look, check this out.
Hey
That's
yo,
that shit right there. That the world's all
hey, you
good.
remember that uncle? Yo, you remember that?
Different
Remember my uncle? You
strokes.
ever seen my uncle?
Oh shit. That's
Mm,
You
different
know I had to hear
strokes in
them
the
jokes
house.
growing up, nigga. Okay, that's right. You don't get no more whiter than this, nigga.
mm.
That's my mother's brother. Okay, anybody talk that shit? That's my grandmother. Okay, yeah, act like you know. I'm just as white as your ass. You got me messed up. The only funky shit is I could be black tomorrow. Ah,
Hell no. Hey,
the best of both worlds, baby. Yeah,
well, what it was, man, it's like people that have dark skin,
yeah,
brown skin, they cut their hair off and they sign up for these HBCUs for the grants and all these things
yeah,
because they could pass for black. They get these these loans to go to these HBCUs. You
yeah.
know, yeah, I remember seeing that a couple years ago. So yeah, a lot of people benefiting off of just looking, a certain way. Whether it's
Shit,
on
remember a couple years ago that what was that Rachel's what's her name that she was at
yeah, no, not
Zola
race.
Jack six Zola Jack or whatever her name was. Yeah, talking about I'm black. She was
Right, and she worked her way up to the top of the NAACP.
yes, but that's been listen.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That's been Rachel Zolodak. That's been happening though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
that's been going on. Passing, they call it.
but
right,
just look at it. Just like I told this white lady not too long ago. Okay, y'all laughed at us. Okay, all of the shows in the '80s, Living Color, where they had the big butts and all that with the big breasts. Now look at you
now,
ladies getting the lips and all that. Where that come from? It ain't like black
right.
woman got thin lips. Okay, white woman got
Listen,
thin lips
I,
predominantly.
I don't care
So
what nobody
you
say.
know what I
Right,
mean? You say it's ugly on one hand, but then you do it. That don't make no sense.
I
Yeah,
don't care what
yeah.
nobody say right now. But right now, I believe black women are the standard of beauty right now, and the reason I say that is
Right now,
because,
you've been it.
well, I mean, you know what I mean. But what I'm saying is, see, all the stuff they used to make fun of. Now they're going to get work done. They go to the
Oh
tan.
yeah,
They go to
yeah.
the tanning.
The
They
whole
get the
shit.
lips done. They get the ass done. They get the titties done. They want to. They everything to look. Every black feature, they're going to pay for to get done. When back in the day, they used to make fun of it.
The only thing though I would say is the hair. That's the only thing they got us on. You see a lot of where you see the sisters don't even wear their hair no more. They wear their hair like grandma used to do back in the freaking 80s, the 70s. Okay, you went to grandma's room, she had the motherfucker wig on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
sisters didn't wear them extensions like that, like that. You know what I
Hey,
mean? Once in the blue they might have, but now they got them on the whole goddamn. That's the part that I don't get.
I'm gonna give the sisters a shout out. Black girl magic. Stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the Yeezy or whatever. What do you think about that situation? US breaks.
With Yeezy, I
Yeah,
guess he's letting off some steam. He's probably tired of this dealing with. He's probably tired of dealing with Caucasian folks. So he's like, "Yo, black man, where you guys at? What's up? We got to do something." You know what I mean? Who knows? He could be having some bad pitfalls with them. Who knows what was going through his mind?
now
You know
what
what I mean?
do you think about all these corporations cutting them off just because of what you say? They claim anti-Semitism.
That ain't right.
Yeah, that you know, it's a lot of education. You got to come down from jump, and it's kind of hard to, you know what I mean? Like all these corporations cutting ties, but the thing is that the corporations that are cutting ties, they also are tied with Jewish businesses also. So they look at it like if we have him, they're gonna think that we're on Kanye's side because we're doing business. To them, he's the enemy right now. So everybody that cutting ties with Kanye West has some kind of business with Jews.
Right, and see what I'm
Even
saying
the
is,
banks, they cut
huh?
the banks.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
own the banks. They got, like you said,
Mhm.
they're tied in with the bank. But they didn't do that. Why they didn't do that to Mel Gibson? Mel Gibson on an even crazier tirade.
It's Mel Gibson. You see the skin color. They even
That,
said to Mel
that
Gibson, "Don't make this movie, The Passion of Christ." When he made it and it made $350 million, they were like, "Hold on. You got something here."
Yeah, that's
So
true. Yeezy was bringing Adidas 2 billion, made
I,
2.
I they understand that, but they look how they treat him. We'll
Mm,
drop you like a hot potato, take your ideas, and what?
mm-hmm.
Yeezy should start his own thing and see what happens.
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying from the jump.
You
That's
got
what I
money
was
to
saying
make a
from the jump.
factory, start off small, get a factory going, put people to work, There has to be somebody that, yo, I wish I had a job. Beezy could get a building, but it's just that now he has to be careful because he could have people that could come and burn his shit down, like they did Professor Gift and his library. He had a library and somebody came to burn down all that knowledge. Why would you want to burn down the library? But they
Professor
want to, you
Griff?
know what I mean? Yeah, Professor Griff
Where
had a
was this at?
library.
Where was
He
this
says
at?
it in one of his interviews. If you Google or go to YouTube and type in Professor Griff library burning, he was telling a story that he had a library full of books and they got burnt down suspiciously.
No,
Something
shout out
about the
Professor Griff.
gas, something
Right.
like that.
Professor
So
Griff. He's
he,
another one
us
been
as
putting in the work. He's been putting in
Yeah.
work
us
for
as
years.
brothers got to also understand we got to look out for each other with something we don't even do at all. We don't even look out. We just get mad at each other for no reason. It's just like
No,
the
but that's
upsetness.
why I was telling Freeze before. You might have not heard, but I was telling Freeze on the other day, as far as with the Ye situation, that I think he should have learned from Professor Griff. Because remember what he went through with Public Enemy, how he got kicked out of the group. Remember?
Yeah, of course, for saying that
He
anti-Semitism
he
shit.
said the same. Yeah, he said the same type of stuff that out of the same
Right,
playbook,
right.
basically.
But
So my thing was he should have did it a little more tactful. Is what the advice I would have gave
but
Ye.
but I'm saying, like, all right, the firestorm, one of the major firestorms was the Drink Champs interview, right?
Correct.
What did he say wrong?
And you know what? Somebody
it's
did
the
that too,
way.
and they said that all Kanye West says that Jews run the entertainment business, and
No,
then all
but
of a sudden they.
But from the Drink Champs interview, what I got wrong was he kept saying jealousy. See, that's the thing. Like that's like me and you, we about to fight, and I'm like, man, I'm jealous of you, US Breaks. I'm jealous of you, Freeze. That right there, I automatically lost.
But
You feel
John,
me?
no, because see,
So
the
that was
thing
that.
is,
But when he said
the,
go on the Jews, when he was talking about go decon, that's the part to me where he messed up.
okay, I get that, but what he say? He said the definition of DEFCON is defense. That's the definition. Heighten your defense, right?
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah.
but with the jealousy issue, you got to look at the context of what he was saying. It wasn't what he was saying; it was the context he was saying. He said, "I'm jealous of the Jews and how they work together because we don't work together." He said, "I'm jealous of the Jews because this, that, and the other, whatever, all these things." But what he was saying, only thing what he was saying, he was giving them their props on their
Yeah.
culture and how they work together. And he was basically what he's saying is those the things we need to do. That's it. That's all he was
So if
saying.
a white man went on
It's
the thing
given
that
away.
I'm going DEFCON 3 on the blacks tomorrow, instead of saying I'm going DEFCON 3 on Big Freeze and US Breaks. You know what I mean? Be more specific. Same thing with Tupac was going at the East Coast when they had the East Coast, West Coast. They would tell him, be specific who you going against. You don't want to just say a whole coast. You know what I mean? Because that right there, anybody tell you that's just not right. It's not a good tactic. In the art of war.
But in the whole interview, he was talking about business people, entertainment people. That's about the entertainment, the Jews that's in charge of the entertainment. But he did mention the whole community on how well they work together. And with all these companies dropping them, he proved his point. They all stuck together.
Yeah, but once you put jealousy in play,
That's the thing.
you change things up.
He said one of their secrets that you never say. Well, how do we make this happen? That could have been it. When he got mad, like, he can't say that out there, so they know, like, that's what they do. They stick together.
One of the big, when he was talking about Jay-Z, remember he said about when one of his Jewish friends called him, was like, "Oh, I'm mad at Jay-Z for giving out these secrets." Remember on the 4/4 album?
Yeah.
Things like that. But these are things that, well, at least I had that discussion in my household. Okay, for my white mama. You know what I mean? These are things that it's kind. No, I get it. But these are things that I would think in black households people talk about, like, how you get that sit down about how to act around police and all that, where it is a white parent don't have to tell their kid that. So I've heard the rumblings through the year. Come on, we heard Ice Cube, and that's why I was upset at Ice Cube for recently, basically, kind of trying to debunk Ye, talking about, oh, I don't know where you got all of this from. Like, bro, you was talking this stuff on your records. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden somebody's bringing that up and you want to act like, oh, I don't know. You know what I mean? You're playing a total Karen. So that part, I lost a lot of respect for Ice Cube. A lot of respect. You don't got to hold hands with Ye, but at least Come on, keep it real. Same thing with Puffy. Same thing with Puffy. You ain't got to hold hands with him, but come on, Puffy. You know what's up.
I I, I
Everybody, Puffy know what's up.
I agree with you to a certain extent, but I got to look at what Cube is actually doing right now. He's trying to work with the U.S. government to get stuff done on our behalf. However,
Okay.
I just like Charlemagne the God, all of his old interviews is popping up, and he's looking real hypocritical,
They
right?
all are.
Yeah, yeah,
They all are.
because Charlemagne actually said, well, talked about these things, right? However, now that Kanye is talking about it, he's backing away because I understand he's trying to protect his bag, shit like that. But at the same time, man, sometimes you just don't comment. Just don't comment.
All it takes, yeah, just don't say nothing.
Yeah, don't tell
No, I want you to comment. You know why I want you to comment?
why.
Because that's called code. Just like how they on code, that's why we in the position we in. Because everybody, no, I'm not commenting. I ain't fucking with this
No,
nigga.
no, no.
He ain't gonna mess my bag up. Instead of looking at it like, and these are people that got bags already. I don't get it.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
got a bag already. You can start your own party. You don't motherfucking need them like that.
Hold on, you ain't getting what I'm saying. What I'm saying, instead of saying something negative about
Uh,
you, just don't say nothing. If you don't want to mess up your bag, but you don't say nothing against Ye. Don't say oh, you should have never put him on the interview. Oh, he shouldn't speak on no platform. No, don't say shit.
how
Because
you guys feel about Nori?
I don't believe he should have. See, that's that protecting the
But
bag.
Nori probably didn't know what he was gonna say. Who knows what they said if they do the interview? Who knows? I don't know how that thing
No,
works with Nori if they ask him questions
He
before
was
they
on
go
there
on the
3
air.
hours, bro. You
Oh,
didn't
it's
know.
just
hold
straight
on.
raw.
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say on that part. Like you said, he ain't know what Ye was gonna say. Ye is his own man. The only thing I disagree is he had to come out and apologize. Because listen, he talked to Pierce Morgan. He talked to did the other interview. None of them apologized. So why should Nori
Exactly.
apologize?
Because they're looked at us. These are all facts. Just look at
All
the
right.
actions. Just look at the actions. You just said it. All these you didn't see. It's two people with drink champs. Remember, it's DJ EFN. Why he didn't apologize?
Facts. Right.
Okay, you got to be. And these are things like I said.
Why
And this is
I,
this is why I said everybody instead of saying silent. Okay, because you don't gotta hold hands with Ye, but at least be like, yeah, what he's saying do hold some truth to it.
right.
Why? Because all labels, the major ones, are run by Jewish people.
Mm,
Major companies run by Jewish people. Okay. 300 Entertainment. And the crazy part is like Laya Cohen's the little research I've been doing. Okay, he came up with Laya Cohen's came up with what's the other guy in Def Jam US Breaks? I know you know him. What's his name? The black guy
Um,
that had the heavy man operation. We Oh man, he did the liposuction. What's his name? Kevin Lyles.
oh
Okay,
yes.
okay. He worked at Def Jam with him, right? Do you know they overstepped him and got another Jewish guy? You know what I mean? That they took under their belt. Yeah, that's how they. That's how they do though, and you can't be mad at that because they look out for their own like that. You know, you can't be mad at that, and that's what Ye was saying as far as him being jealous. But in as far as a good war tactic, you don't never let the other side know your hand like that. You feel me? And then it already throws you in the lower bracket. You know what I mean? You jealous of me, so you already giving me props. You know what I mean? To the point where remember it's supposed to be a war, a friendly war, if anything, a competition type of war. Why? Because we're like he's saying we're trying to stride up. Okay, we're here, we're trying to strive up, and that's why we have to support one another, whether we
I,
agree or not.
nothing wrong with what he said because of the context of how he said it. However, that whole interview and the other interviews he been doing got everybody talking. He's
No, yeah, yeah.
he's opened the eyes of some people that was asleep. He's giving more credibility to like the Hebrew Israelites. The nation already got their credibility, but all these different things, people, this young generation that may not know nothing about that type of stuff, Now they know. You know what I'm saying? So and then all these industry cats, some of them won't go one way, but you got others like Jay Electronica, and others that support, and he's going to gain momentum long as he keep putting that out there. Of course, they're gonna try to ban him off social media and all these stuff. However, Elon Musk is his guy. Him and Elon Musk is tight. So Elon Musk owns Twitter now. He gonna be able to say whatever you want to say on Twitter, and he bought that parlor joint. So hey, that's power move. So
Power move would be for him. He should have brought Twitter.
yeah, maybe, but hey,
That would have been
Elon Musk,
power.
Elon Musk, Elon, hey, and we don't know. He might have tried to. However, Elon Musk has way more money, and he probably knew about it first. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
So yeah,
Where's that?
Some Brooklyn boys.
Wait, wait.
mm,
I would have to see the picture big.
You
Like,
don't know
who's
who
that in
that
the
is?
middle?
Come on, you don't know who
Yeah,
that is?
I
Some
see
good
what
old
that is. That's
boys.
the clan.
but
Some good
yeah,
old boys. Okay.
Got you.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
What that do? Look, what he say, guys? That we won't go to school with Negroes.
mm. So at the end of the day, like I said, you go with your own first before anybody else. You stick with your people. At the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day. And then it's nothing wrong with being friends with everybody else. I got a lot of Native American friends. I have white friends. I definitely got Mexican friends. So
I got a white
you know what
uncle.
I'm talking about. But the mass majority of my friends are black.
Yeah.
So at the end of
I
the
got,
day,
I
we
got, I
gotta
got a
learn.
mixture. I got
We
a
gotta
mixture
we
of
gotta
both.
learn to network with each other and do good business with each other.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
You said the right thing. Good business, because we do not trust one another. That is not good. We definitely need to work on that. Yeah. And we got to get off that. My thing, and I was just telling this to my son, okay, who's in the middle, because you look at him, you can't really tell he's black like that. All right, he looks more or less Latino, if anything. But like I explained to them, people, they see they think what they see.
right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So all of that, you know what I mean? All that, like you see people like you, US breaks. You go to a certain part of Manhattan, your ass is Dominican. You know that shit, because it's the same thing with me. If I was around Audubon, Amsterdam, they would think I'm Dominican. So,
Right.
and I'm saying that to say that's what we gotta get on. Like, people gotta get on, because you gotta think about it. It's power in numbers. And see, that's how, the Juice Crew, they get us. Because the Juice Crew, they do it in numbers. They don't go
Mm-mm.
off of that, that paper bag, bull crap and all that. They, they hold it down, and like Freeze just said, they do good business. They could do
And,
shitty
and-
business outside, but they do good business as far as amongst
right.
themselves.
And this is why I always be like, this is why I'm like, if if say Kanye went over to the African, dealt with some of those billionaires, went
Yes.
over to the Caribbean, deal with them and deal with our people, that's bridging a gap. So now we could trade amongst us, the people of color, the darker people of color. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
What
We
you
we deal with each other and we trade goods and we build businesses. You know what I'm saying? That's, see, when we talk about division, it's like I say something about the Africans, there'll be some people be like, man, fuck dealing with the Africans. They don't like us, blah, they skippity woo. Business is business at the end of the day. And everybody not like that. Not every African is like that. Not every black
right.
person like that. Not every Haitian like that. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with, no, but same thing, and same thing with
Yeah,
Jewish
same
people.
thing with
Not every
everybody
not every
else.
Jewish person is gonna give you a shitty contract. Not, you know what I mean? And they'll do business with. They will do. In fact, they do it with us now. They just don't do honorable business, and that's what Ye is basically saying.
Right.
Okay,
And, and,
that's
and
what
see
he's
what
basically saying. It
and
ain't like
see
they don't do business with us. The business is just not honorable.
right. But what I'm
Right.
saying is, if we come together, because the one thing they fear for sure is us coming together, working with each other. Look, Africa feeds everybody. Africa has all the resources, the gold, the lithium, this cell phone we talking on right now. This stuff comes from Africa. The
I'm on
lithium,
the
all that
iPad.
stuff, huh?
Sorry, I'm on the iPad, buddy.
All these different things, all the major resources in the world come from over there. You know what I'm saying? So that gives us a lot. That gives us a lot to work with. You know.
Fuck you, nigga. I see. You in the bathroom in the penthouse, nigga. Shut up. Trust fund ass nigga.
So yeah, that
And
gives us a lot to work with at the end of the day.
don't make Big Freeze go down to that motherfucker foyer to show you the food in the basement, boy.
Oh, he
That
already
nigga,
know. He done seen
that
it
nigga probably,
already.
hey, he probably can't even open the door and shit. Hey, U.S. breaks. That nigga Freeze been hitting me up like, yo, you better go shopping. They ain't got no more food. I'm telling you, you better go shopping. It's gonna be a war next week.
Hey,
Yo,
hey,
you
you
had me
see,
scared. You sent me that video, nigga. I was in Walmart, nigga, stacking up.
hey, look,
I
but
was
look,
cursing your ass
but
out
check,
in my mind 3 days later. This
not,
stupid nigga had me spent.
no, check this out. It's better to have it and not need it, and not have better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, because
Yeah.
this winter time is coming up. You know,
No,
you in
no, you right.
Arizona, that's a blessing. But people that's in other places, this winter is gonna hit very hard. You can tell
Anybody?
by all the flooding that's been going on all over the earth. These clouds is filled with moisture. We're coming into the cold season now. So all these clouds that got all this moisture, that's gonna turn into snow. It's gonna turn into a lot of snow.
Where
Extreme
you
amount.
at? Where
I'm
you
in Detroit.
located?
I'm in Detroit.
Oh, Detroit. Okay.
Yep. And I know you're in New York, so it
Yeah.
may hit. It's gonna hit y'all before it hit us.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
That's that
Maybe.
city
We
snow.
right across from Canada.
You right across from Canada?
Yeah, I could drive to Canada. I'm 15 minutes away from my house.
So does it get extremely cold sometimes? Where you at?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Dude,
Okay,
that
so
bitch
you
get
right
cold as a
mountain.
motherfucker,
But
boy.
it, our
Especially by the
winters,
water, right?
huh?
Especially by the water.
Oh yeah, I'm right up the street from the water. I'm right up the street from Lake Michigan or Lake Purion, one of them.
Okay.
Shout
Wow.
out
Yeah.
YBI. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
Dexter
literally
YBI.
I'm literally 2 miles from the lake. I just go straight up the street. I'm right there.
Yeah, I gotta
That's
come
what's
up to
up.
the D, get up my man Eminem, so you know do that EP with SB, SB
Right.
and Eminem. Yeah, SB gonna bring
Put
Eminem
that
back
in the
out,
air. Put
boy.
that in the air.
Yeah,
And
we
then
put
like
that in the air. Fuck the
I stay
bullshit.
I stay 10 minutes away from downtown. So I drive downtown and then I go under the tunnel and it take me right to Canada. So 15-minute drive
Oh
Wow, that's
wow,
from
dope.
my house. Yeah.
mm, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's
hmm
up.
Canada is only 1 mile away from Michigan, from Detroit.
So let me ask you something. You
Wow,
need a
that close?
passport, right? Or you got a special driver's license like the way they got it over here in New York?
Well, yeah, you got the license, I
Okay.
mean,
The
you
spec so you
don't.
got the special
Yeah,
license where you can
yeah,
go to Canada.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
You go, and then because I've been to Canada twice this year so far.
I thought you need a passport though.
No, all you need is the license, the enhanced license.
Driver's
That's it.
license. Yeah,
Oh, it's an
enhanced. They
enhanced
got that
license.
here in
Yeah,
New York
because
City too.
they
You can go
just
to
they
Mexico.
they just got rid of all the COVID restrictions because
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
they had one point where you couldn't go at all. Then as things calmed down, they had it where you had to get on the app, right? And you put all your information in on the app. You give them 72 hour advance before you go to Canada, right?
Hmm.
And then you get there, your information pull up, you go right through. Now they dropped that and put it back to post COVID shit. You know what I'm saying? So now all I gotta do is go with my ID, bam, and
Got
go
you.
straight there. Yeah, I
Okay.
love Canada. That's one of the places I would not mind moving to at all. It's a whole nother mentality.
Mm.
A whole nother mentality.
Oh yeah.
Okay, man.
I got family over in Canada, so shoot.
Who the
Yeah.
hover banks? What the fuck?
Hey, let me tell you one thing about Canada, at least over here where we at. Like the police is
Yeah,
very diverse, very diverse.
yeah.
Yeah, you got the white officers, you have Arab officers, you got Bangladesh, you got
Not in Nova
Ethiopian.
Scotia.
Oh
Motherfuckers
yeah.
white.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a little bit further north. But shoot, right here in Ontario, Windsor, shit like that, it's totally different. Totally different.
Yeah, I was on a run in Nova Scotia, boy. Them motherfuckers was white there. I ain't seen nobody.
Yeah, probably the farther you go north.
No, but it's real
Yeah.
nice. No, yeah, Canada. I like Canada, man. It's
Oh
real
yeah.
nice,
Oh
real
yeah.
nice.
A whole nother mentality.
Yes, mentality for real, for
Now,
real.
shout out to Canada, all my Canadians. I.
Yeah, shout out to Canada, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh shit! What's going on in this pit?
Yeah, no, that's the pick right there. That was when he was on the ground, man. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, I see. I
yeah.
see.
See, they was
Yeah,
trying.
yeah, yeah.
Somebody was lifting his feet up, and they said, "Nah, nah, nah, just leave him." And that's when, see, because that's Quavo kneeling down, and he just started screaming. You know, he got
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
started. Yeah, he's
And
definitely gonna have to see some trauma people for that.
yeah, and see, that's one thing right there, man. We got to learn to stop putting those images up. Stop putting those images up when our people go down like that. That don't
Yeah,
need to
but
be
you got it.
spread
Yeah, but
on.
they got cameras and all that now, man. You gonna
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
yeah that's not
I
gonna
I,
stop.
I get that.
Yeah, it is messed up, but yeah, that's not gonna stop.
Yeah, cause yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Nah.
That's just bad taste. Nobody thinks about the family trauma. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
So yeah,
No,
Little pink
it's
dice
yeah,
game,
no,
right?
it's
It was a dice game.
They
yeah.
saying yeah, it was a dice game, but I'm hearing things breaks that it was something early in the day. They had a little argument with some people, so it could have been some stuff that was festering. And the little bit that I saw, Quavo, he was talking kind of zesty. And you got to remember, these are people you don't know like that. That's why all of that check-in stuff. You got to
See,
remember, you
see this.
dealing with that.
Like I
That's
said earlier,
crazy.
when you're dealing with a J Prince type of events, all the ballers coming out. The streets is coming, and I ain't talking about the people that's on the low level. I'm talking about the people on the high level. That's moving the bricks.
Yeah,
Not have your entertainers and all that stuff there, but then you have the real people that's out in the field really getting it.
but my
So
boy
it's
in Dallas
so
said you can't bring no guns up in those spots. Only Jay Prince and his peoples will
right.
have fire. They check you real hard up in them joints. I was like, okay. So that's what kind of, but you got to remember, people. You know, there's always ways to get things in. You know, you might know security a certain way. So yeah, yeah. And they got
Yeah,
joints nowadays, but those sound like high powered. Those are some, you know, that was in a little ranky dink 25. You know, deuce. That was something with some bang on it. You know, some shots that I heard. Oh yeah,
right, right. Man, I
Oh,
just
there's a
realized my
video.
name is
huh?
totally different on
There's
here.
a video.
There's a video. Yeah, there's a video. There's a video. Right. Matter of fact, there's a video of the shooting. There's just not an actual. I know they got one because it happened in the third floor of the bowling alley.
Okay.
They must have had a couple of floors. Right. The bowling alley was already closed, so they probably was there. You know, doing their gambling, and you could see it was an entourage of people. You know what I mean? Just hangers around. And that's why, like I said, and you know, as you always say, you know, you're out after 12. You know what I mean? If you ain't getting a bag or something, you don't need to be out like that. Then also, if you're out in an environment where everybody got to be packing like that, you don't need to be around like that. And that's what I would tell myself and artists that I work with. And especially when you get in the bag, like I said before, the Migos are probably getting between 125 to 150 a show easy, even without Offset there, right? So why would you be out one without security to the point where they holding not your homeboys? I'm talking about, you know what I mean, hired security, you know, ex-police type, you know, people that could lay somebody down and still stand there and wait for the popo to come because they're legit like that, you
Right,
know.
right.
Yes, not, you know, and they messed up that bag because, like, you know, I don't know if people would really go to see. Well, Quavo, he's a known artist. I'm thinking he should be all right to survive, you know. But and that's if he's all right mentally. You got to remember that's his nephew, man. So you know what I mean. That's gonna be real traumatic on him. I mean, he was there, and not to mention, regardless of how it, you know, whatever the situation was over, he's gonna feel somewhat guilty. Why? Because he's gonna always tell himself, man, I should have just went back to the hotel room. We should have gambled at the time. You know what I mean? It's all these
Right.
things that's gonna go through his head.
Yeah, exactly. He definitely gonna feel the guilt for that. Definitely,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
about. But but yeah. Yeah, man. Shit.
Gotta move different, man. Gotta move different.
Yeah, we gonna have to see how this month play out and all that. You know, we'll get more facts and details over time.
No
And
doubt, as it plays in,
try
man.
back on this subject.
Wow, it's crazy to hear that.
How's your music going, man? US breaks?
It's going all right. I'm trying to balance out everything else that's going around me, man. Shit, you know how it is. Over here, fixing up storage once in a while. Crates be breaking down and all kinds of shit. Getting equipment repaired, all kinds of
Okay.
shit. But it's coming along pretty well. It just takes some time.
All right. Have you talked to Toshi? Shout out DJ Toshi, man. We got to get you up in that
No, I
comment.
haven't spoken to Toshi in a minute. I haven't
Okay.
spoken to him in a hot New York minute.
Okay. I'm still looking for something up there for you guys. So yeah. So if you find something, let me know, man. Like I said, definitely need to get something cracking on there on the weekends. But yeah, we ready to tap out. You guys want to promote anything?
Man, listen, I'm gonna shout out my
Big
guy.
shout out to everybody.
I'm gonna shout out my guy Detroit Holiday. He got a book called The Cheat Code, full of game. So man, go and check that out.
The cheat code?
Yeah,
What's that? Cheat on your girl or
Nah, it's about the game.
Oh, the
video games.
And it's giving you a lot of
video game.
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay, I got you.
No, yeah. It's
the game. The girls,
it's all types of stuff. It's just giving you game, on different types of things like that. Talking about female, all types of shit. It's sold out. He sold out his first batch. He doing this thing on that mug. I gotta give him his props.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. I like to see all.
I always gotta give a shout out to the nephew SB, baby.
Yes, yeah. SB definitely, man. He's a little pissed off. We didn't get to drop that Monster Crash for Halloween, man. We didn't make the deadline because the guy didn't have it mixed down in time, man. So we'll be back in 11 months though on that. But no, we got a joint dropping for Thanksgiving, man. That's definitely gonna be on point. We got the Shockwave joint dropping. I'll make sure that's mixed down in time. We'll have some videos for that. But yeah, man, I'm waiting for some beats from US Breaks when he start playing games. You know how that goes. You seen that joint? Hey, you seen that joint I sent you, right? That old joint. Look through your messages when you get a chance.
Look through the messages.
Yeah, look through your messages. I sent you a little instrumental. I was like, yo, you need to work on this. This is the joint. Yeah. Check it out.
Oh, I know. Okay, that brick.
Yeah.
Brick. Okay.
Hey,
that one. Go ahead.
US Breaks. Before we head out, he can give us an herb of the day.
Yeah, what's the herb of the day? Uh-oh.
The herb of the day is burdock root. It cleans your blood out.
Say it again.
Burdock root.
Burdock root.
Burdock root. Okay.
BURDOCK. Burdock root.
And the maca, right? For the dude. Well, that's for the females too, you said, right?
Yeah, man and women, for mental clarity. Men and women could use it. You sprinkle it on your smoothies or if you're going to do your weight gain shakes, you put in your smoothie. It's good for you. Google it. Maca. It's nothing bad. It's natural shit.
Okay.
You may see it. Is it a pill form, a powder, what?
You can make it in a pill. You can get it in the powder. However you want to take it.
You said it was a tea, right, Trees?
Yeah, I got a tea.
Okay.
This black maca, red maca. There's a lot of different forms of maca. But like there's maca, ginseng, all that stuff. Gives you the energy.
Because see, I've always heard ginseng was the aphrodisiac.
Yeah, but there's other things too, like tribulus and Tomcat Ali. That's another one. There's also good stuff. It's all natural shit for your body.
Okay, I got one thing. Check this out before I forget. So I've been hearing a lot of people been getting this myocarditis from the back, right?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with myocarditis?
No, I'm not familiar with that. Myocarditis, what is it? It's a symptom that you get?
It's giving people heart inflammation and it's giving people blood clots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's from taking what? The vaccination or something?
Yeah.
The jab.
Gotcha.
So
jab.
I think let's see. Yeah, I got some burdock root in here.
Okay.
Oh, so then you good.
Yeah, I gotta blend it up.
Yeah, you clean out your inside, you clean your blood with that.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas are fake ass doctors. Don't be trying to be like these.
Oh.
What's that?
Uh-oh.
Irish sea mat, Irish sea
Oh,
moss,
you know.
and a bladder whack.
Oh, bladder. Okay.
Yes, sir. Hey, I be listening.
Yeah, that's
You
the
be
shit.
listening, boy. That's
Yeah.
right. Don't make the doctor come and get you. Get my girl. Where my girl Empress at? Get my girl Empress up
You
on
need to get that
the
shiny
boy.
thing that the doctors wear around their head. That shiny
Hey,
little disc.
nigga, don't fuck with me. I'm classic, okay? Nigga, I got a motherfucker.
hey,
Don't
hey,
play with me. All
hey,
right.
check this out. Giles, I want you to go to my page on Facebook, right, and look at the video I put up. You know, I know we got to get out of here, but one thing I'm gonna do a show on right now. It's this thing called sudden death syndrome, right?
Uh-huh.
Sudden death syndrome. People just dropping like flies, just out of nowhere, just out. I put a video on Facebook today. I did it on screen record, right? And like it's one phenomenon that's going on right now where people they just out of nowhere they die. Some people they have a seizure and they get stuck in a certain form, like their arms
Oh,
straight
I
up.
seen that video. I
You
seen
seen
that
it?
video.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. The guy in the football, the soccer dude, he falls down. Somebody's standing up in some auto place, and his hands they spin around, then they
yeah,
freeze,
yeah,
and then they
yeah,
drop dead
yeah,
from
yeah.
getting jizzed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
what happened to Wendy Williams? Wendy Williams said on some video I seen her, I'm not taking a jab. And next thing you know, she's not feeling too well.
Remember Wendy Williams when she passed out? Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Look, the funniest video I seen the TikTok video, right? Dude put his hands in his pants like he was rubbing his crotch, and he went like that to the TV, and she just
Hell no.
Ah,
Mm-mm.
man.
remember how she passed. Yo, that when I say yo, I was man. That was some funny
Yeah.
That's
shit. That shit, man,
crazy.
cracked me up the whole day.
You
But
guys
yeah, man,
doing
we gonna
jokes.
get it crack a lacking pretty soon, man. Hold it down, everybody. All right, we'll be back in
Peace.
a couple of hours doing the morning session. But yeah, much love to everybody. We got New York, Detroit, and Phoenix, Arizona up in the building. Hold it down.
All right, we out.
Take your Maca.
Peace.